Hi guys, Olive here. Here today to do a much more casual, chatty update, life update kind of video. I don't do these videos very often. I much prefer to make my content about books than myself. I think books are a whole lot more fun to talk about. But I have a lot of different things going on right now. I have some updates when it comes to my life and things going on. I also have some announcements that I would like to share with you. So I thought it made sense to sit down and talk about all of those things in one video. First and foremost, happy September. You have no idea how excited I am to say that. I am so excited that the fall/autumn season is upon us. The weather has cooled down a little bit here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I think it's going to stay that way for this Labor Day weekend here in the United States. The fact that I'm in a sweatshirt right now is so exciting. Just the fact that I'm not boiling alive and I can have hot beverages. We have a small espresso machine, so I've been making myself lattes, pumpkin spice lattes, and I'm not ashamed of that. I don't know about you, but I get so excited about anything book related when the weather starts to turn like this. I start to think about the days where it's cooler outside, there's a chill in the air, and I put on a cozy sweatshirt, I get under a warm blanket, I have a hot beverage, a candle burning, and I'm settling in with a book. That sounds so scrumptious right now. It's still a little bit too hot to do all of those things at the same time, but it's just been a miserably hot summer. At least it has been here in Pittsburgh. I think it has been everywhere from what I've been hearing on the news. Just so sticky and uncomfortable. I really don't like the summer. I never really have. The autumn is the best season, especially for us book lovers, because it's just the perfect time of year to do that. That's why all the big books come out around this season, because the holidays are coming up, but also because it's just the perfect time to read books. But that feeling is also getting me really excited about making more BookTube content. I don't know if anybody has noticed this. I doubt anyone has. Everyone has a lot of videos appearing on their feed every single day. But I've been taking it easy over the past at least couple weeks. But generally this summer, I've been taking it a little bit easier than normal because my schedule was so intense with the several different jobs I'm balancing at any given time, but also these past couple of weeks because I got the opportunity to spend some time with family. My mom came to visit, and it had been over a year since I had seen her. So I really just wanted to put my priorities in the right place and focus on spending time with her. It was really, really nice to get to spend some extended time with her. We did a lot of fun things safely around the city. I got to cook a lot for her. I love cooking when people are over, and with how hot it's been outside and how busy I've been, I haven't been able to do it. So I definitely went a little overboard. I was cooking elaborate meals for like every single meal. So that was a little bit much, but I had a really good time. So that's why I haven't been quite as active on BookTube over the past few weeks. I didn't disappear. I've still been posting videos, just not as frequently as I normally do. And I've been surprisingly okay with that. I think I really needed a breather after the summer that I had. And I knew if I was going to be making content, I would be posting it just to post it. And I don't think that's super fun to watch. I think you can tell when a creator isn't really enthusiastic about the content that they're posting. And I didn't want anyone to feel that way about what I would be putting up, because I would have been putting it up just for that reason. I think I needed that little bit of time away, and I really wanted to come back refreshed, because looking ahead to the fall content that I have planned out, I'm beyond excited about the videos I have coming up. I have so many ideas. I want to review a lot of the big books coming out in the fall, the ones that I'm interested in anyway. My Trash My Bookshelves project is rapidly drawing to a close. We are finishing up the 4th shelf, and then I'll be doing the 5th out of 5 shelves. So that's going to be done very, very soon. I think the beginning of October is when I'll be doing the final try a chapter tag to go with the 5th shelf. And then once that is done, and I've decided which books are staying, which books are going 100%, then I'm taking all the books off of these shelves, in addition to books other places here scattered around the reading room. I'm going to take all those books, organize them, and then put them back on the shelves. And I'm going to vlog the whole thing. I'm sure it's going to be fun, slightly a mess in terms of me trying to figure things out. I think it's probably going to be a 2-day project, so I'll be vlogging over the course of 2 days. But I am really excited. I think these shelves are going to look gorgeous when I'm done. But of course, since it's September, we are now under 2 months away from Nonfiction November. How does this sneak up on me so quickly every single year? But yeah, Nonfiction November is coming back. It will be our seventh year. 7 years of Nonfiction November. We're going to be back for our 7th year, and September is really the month where I start to go into hardcore planning mode. I have to make all the different assets. I need to finalize the challenges, make sure all of our social media is ready, bring other people on board if other people want to help. Even though it's a very do-it-your-own-way, kind of hands-off type of event, type of readathon or reading initiative, I like to call it a reading initiative, since we don't do some of the more traditional readathon things. It's just kind of there to motivate you to read more nonfiction. Even though it is so hands-off, it does take a lot of planning. So I start in September, and then basically it's a part of my life for at least 3 months, at least 3 full months of the year. It's a big part of my life as we start to get it planned, then announce it. The announcement video will be coming out at the beginning of October, so you have plenty of time to know what the challenges are and get your hands on the books that you want to read. So that comes out in October, and then of course November's the event, and I'm very active during the event here on BookTube and everywhere else on social media, so keep an eye out for that. Other videos I have planned, of course, I have the last anticipated new books releases video for the last quarter of 2021. I have that list of books all ready to go. I just have to film that video, so expect that very shortly. And then of course in December, I will start to talk about the books that are going to be coming out in 2022 that I'm anticipating. That is so wild. I cannot believe we are that close to the new year. But speaking of the new year, I am also starting to think about what I want this channel to look like in 2022. Yes, I do think that far in advance. I'm a planner, what can I say? But I have been doing a lot of different things with my channel this year. I've been experimenting with different types of content, new types of things for me, focusing on reviews, taking a break from other types of content. And I'm starting to evaluate what I've liked about it, what I think needs to change going forward. And I would really like to bring you in to this discussion and get your feedback. So I've created a very short survey. It's linked for you in the description box below. I basically just want to know what you like about this channel, what types of BookTube videos you like in general. It also has a space provided for you if you have any video ideas. I'm definitely not out of video ideas. I have more than enough. I actually have to pull myself back sometimes because I have all these ideas and I just don't have the time to make all these videos. But I am totally open to suggestions. So if there's ever a video that you've thought you'd really like to see me make, that's your place to suggest it. I will add it to my running list of video ideas. I can't make any promises that I'm going to make it, but I will certainly take all of your ideas into consideration as I start to think about next year's content. So again, that's linked down below. I would love to hear from you. At the bottom of that survey, you will notice that there is a box provided for you to ask me any questions you may have for me about books or other things, because I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So consider this video also an announcement that I'm going to be doing a Q&A in celebration of the fact that this channel just very recently hit 25,000 subscribers. That is so weird to say aloud. It's weird to even think it. I know by grander YouTube standards, that's a small number, but for BookTube, at least to me, that seems enormous. And it's just so far beyond what I ever thought possible for this channel. I can't even say I've ever had expectations of what this channel could be or do. I've always, number one, seen myself as the new kid on the block, even though I've been doing this for almost 7 full years. I will never not see myself that way. But also, I know that I'm more niche. I read nonfiction books. I do kind of whatever I want as opposed to what's popular. And I figured that would keep me, below a certain number. And I was fine with that. So the fact that this channel has continued to grow and it just continues to do bigger and bigger things and open different doors for me, it's remarkable. It's always a double-edged sword talking about the numbers, because drawing attention to them in any way, I feel like you run the risk of seeming like the type of person that just cares about the numbers, that your subscribers aren't actually people, they're just numbers and that's all you care about. But then if you don't say anything when you hit a big milestone like this, I think it can come across as ungrateful. And that is absolutely the last thing I would like to come across as, because I feel so much gratitude. This is so much more than I ever thought possible for this channel. And I won't lie, it feels wonderful to have you all show up and watch the videos that I've put a lot of hard work into and that I feel really good about posting. It feels great to have those get a warm reception. And I get that pretty much every single time I post a video. I'm just blown away by this community and the support and all the different facets of myself that I've found. I've kind of discovered myself as a creative person through making these videos, and I will never not be grateful. So in celebration, as a thank you, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I probably don't even need to say this since I know you're a classy bunch. You show that every single time in my comment sections of my videos. But any questions you do ask, please just make sure they're kind and respectful and that they don't get too personal or ask about identifying information. Like if you would be uncomfortable being asked the question that you're submitting for the Q&A, then that's probably a good indication that it's too personal. But I've never really had a problem with that in the past, so I don't anticipate it in the future. I just thought I would say it. But the next thing I wanted to talk about is actually a small piece of personal information, just one that I feel comfortable talking about, so I might as well just share that I'm now working at North Avenue Candles, the literary-themed candle company here in Pittsburgh. She doesn't actually have a storefront. Amanda, the owner, who's also a friend of mine, she doesn't have a storefront yet, maybe someday, but she sells her candles to bookstores all over the country. She also sells them online. And if you've been watching this channel regularly over the past over a year now, you've probably heard me talk about her candles. I've been talking about her candles of the month. They've actually been inspiring some videos here on this channel. I have loved Amanda's candles since 2013, long before I met her when she started the company. That's around the time that my husband and I moved here to Pittsburgh. And I started going to a lot of different bookstores and I saw her candles. I started buying them and I loved them. I still do. A lot of the ones that I bought way back when are still some of my favorites of hers. And then Amanda and I met totally by chance at a library event. We were teamed up on a scavenger hunt. It's a total meet cute kind of thing. And we stayed in touch. And now I'm working at North Avenue Candles. Very, very part-time, potentially temporary just to help through the candle season. I guess we'll see what it turns into later on. But I am over the moon. I think it's so much fun. I love to make things. Amanda's candles have essentially been a part of my history here in Pittsburgh. So to get to meet her was awesome. But then to become friendly with her, to start collaborating with her, have some of her candles be featured on this channel and inspire my content in different ways. And then to get to work at the company. It's just the coolest trajectory. I feel so fortunate to get to work at a company that I have felt passionate about for almost a decade. Before I knew Amanda, I never would have thought picking up a candle almost 10 years ago in a bookstore would eventually lead to this moment where I get to say that I'm going to have a part to play in getting these candles into more people's hands. That's such a cool thing. I've worked at so many companies over the years, and I can tell you that it is not every day you get to work at a company that you feel really, really passionate about. And now I get to do that. But since I told you that news, and since I was just in the studio the other day and got to talk to Amanda, I know that we have limited quantities remaining of the From the Library of Abookolive box set, which contains two candles, these two candles, based on my favorite books, one based on Rules of Civility by Amor Towles, and one based on H is for Hawk by Helen Macdonald. These two candles, and a very punny bookmark. All those things are in the box sets, and when they're gone, they're gone. We may do another collaboration maybe next summer, but those candles will be inspired by totally different books, totally different favorite books of mine. If you want any more information about this box set, including what the scents of the 2 candles are and what the inspiration was for those scents to create those scents, because I was involved in pretty much every part of this process. If you want to hear more about this box set, I will put the link to the announcement video in the description box below and up in the cards. Be sure to check that out. But if you've already seen that, if you've been thinking about getting this box set, or if you go watch that announcement video and it sounds good, please be sure to grab one before we're completely out. I don't want to disappoint anyone if we're out of box sets, so if you want one, please do grab one. Also, I know Amanda does free domestic, meaning within the US, shipping if you order over $50. So if you want to get this box set and some other candles as the weather gets cooler, then you would qualify for free shipping. So it's a good time to save a few dollars and get yourself a bunch of good candles for the fall cozy season. The link to where you can get your hands on one of these boxes will be in the description box below. And I think that's just about everything I have going on right now. Just, as always, keeping busy with the several different jobs and projects that I'm balancing at any given time. I wouldn't have it any other way. I like to keep busy. Oh, I'm also now writing for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette again. That's something I guess I should mention. I had my first byline in the Sunday paper fairly recently after a very long time of not appearing in the Post-Gazette, so that felt wonderful. It's very exciting. I have some other pieces lined up with them throughout the fall. The editor there wanted a lot of pieces from me, so I was very happy to say yes to that. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, you can keep an eye on the Post-Gazette. My name will be in there. But of course, I'll post about them on social media too if you want to read them online. I know we've talked about a lot here in this video, so very quickly here at the end, if you have 3 to 4 minutes, it should take you no longer than that to fill out the survey in the description box below. I would be most appreciative. I really want to take you into consideration when I'm thinking about the content that I'm going to create in the future. I would love to hear what you think. And when you're taking that survey, there will be a box there for you to ask me any questions you may have for the upcoming Q&A that I'm going to be doing. But if you would like to leave that question anywhere else, like the comment section of this video, Instagram, Goodreads, wherever you send me that question, I will find it and I will include it in the video that I'll be making in a few weeks. And then lastly, if you want one of these from the library of A Book Olive candle and bookmark box sets, be sure to grab one using the link in the description box below before they are gone for good. I'm really looking forward to hearing all of your great feedback in that survey. I can't wait to hear what questions you have for me for the Q&A. And most importantly, thank you so much for 25,000 subscribers. I am extremely grateful, and I'm also very grateful that you are here watching me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.